Hello Snugglebugs, welcome to today's Hearthstone video. We're coming at you with a little bit of Diggy Jar Jar Do Warlock, aka Excavate Warlock. Do like this, not too shabby with Moarg. Don't have Moarg. Maybe we just play into our outs though, right? But yeah, it's been a while since we played the Excavate Warlock deck, and hopefully this actually works out because our opponent playing Control Warrior kind of shows us why this deck can actually be so good. So we are attempting to steal their health with the end result with the Azurite Snake. Sorry, I'm trying to think of my turn. I think we just life tap here. Yeah. So we need to diggy jar jar do up to 4 times to get our snake, play the snake, bounce the snake, etc. And then we're hoping to steal our opponent's life points. It doesn't matter how much armor they have, as this example, because it steals directly from their HP. Now, here's where I have to decide if I smokestack my own minion just to dig. I don't think we're in that big of a rush, so I don't think we're going to do that. And let's play the Frequency Oscillator. Bam. Yeah, it's really all about keeping a lot of cards in your hand, cheating some stuff out early like Burrow Buster or your Moarg Drill Fist, and then of course the end games are in here for the Moargs to dig up to 4, get that out early as possible, and just start bouncing around every turn if you can to get your opponent's health to equal 0. That's pretty much the main gist. It's not really changed much since it was used before. It's just kind of got phased out, and here we go, trying to give it a go, trying to bring it back a little bit. Bringing it back. Sorry, my brain. I don't even know what I looked at the light first, and then just around the room. Tends to do that from time to time. I guess we probably just Burrow Buster here again, right? Get the trade, start punching him in the face. Yeah, I think that's not a bad plan. And then we have Glowing Glyph into like a Heart Blossom if they don't do anything with this and we want to really push face. Not exactly what the deck typically does or wants to do over and over again, but if we can hurt their HP before we get out the snake, even better. Let's be real. Now, I've never tested this myself, but I'm pretty sure Alex draws a setting their health to 15 and then playing the snake, like if you reduce their health by 21 and then you set it to 15, it kills them? I'm not sure. I've not actually played this in that same aspect before. I guess we can Kobold Miner. Ooh, that is good, but I do think we're just going to want to Glowing Glyph, Heart Blossom, and then Smokestack. Giving me my Azurite Snake already. Just realized my tracker's not really working, is it? Still saying I have a common Diggy Dig, but I have my legendary already. I will reboot that, see if that fixes itself. So already we can Azurite Snake and bounce it back to our hand. Admittedly, our opponent too is kind of going so slow. If we could punch them for 11. Oh, that's just... Didn't even have to worry about any kind of bounce shenanigans in our first game. Turn 7, beating our opponent with the snake. That's ideal, right there. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of super aggro decks, but it just worked out. Played our cards, opponent couldn't react to them. That's how you kind of defeat Control Warrior. Let's go see if we can't do something like that again. Alright, this time we're going against a little shimmery shaman with a shaman shake. Not something we play against super often. Something I like to play, but not something we play against a crazy ton. Hopefully they're not playing some form of the nature shaman. Ooh, looks like that might be what they're doing. What are you doing to me? Play the Frequency Oscillator, see if we can't draw into that Moarg or into the Burrow Buster, just like last game. That was pretty good. Makes me feel like we're gonna have a bit of a more difficult time because they're gonna have not necessarily unlimited damage. They got nerfed pretty heavy recently if they're playing the Burn Shaman, I guess we'd call it. Could still be Highlander and stuff. I mean, this is a good deck card overall. So is this, so it doesn't truly tell me what deck I'm playing against right now. Let's go with Cobalt Miner, just see what we get. And then we'll just take the free trade there without having to lose our Oscillator, just to take away some of their armor and their gain or their draw power and stuff. It kind of works out. Smokestacks, they're not Highlander at the very least. I guess we can kind of pretty easily determine that. Smokestack. Kind of glad they gave us this target. Could save Geode. Who knows what they're going to throw at us. So I'll just life tap. Considering next turn we may want to coin Symphony of Sins, just to get that out there. Sure. The non-Highlander now overdraft, and actually seeing the Cactus Cutter, like all of that starting to really keep me towards what you call it there. The Burn Shimmy Shaman. Let's play the Deep Hole Geome. Do this and draw a card. And then Scarab Keychain. Probably should Scarab Keychain first. That is typically I'm taking a Perfectionist. The right approach, so you can discover first and then make your choices later. Because, for example, now I could have potentially Scarab Keychain. Well, I wouldn't have the mana. Let's say we could have Scarab. Well, we could have coined. Could have Keychain, got Projectionist, played Projectionist on the Cobalt Miner, coined and played another Miner. But I mean, at the same time, this got rid of their board and gives us a threat that they're going to have to just kind of deal with. Admittedly, I kind of feel like we need to get our digs off. Gosh, there's no way they're planning on popping off already, is there? I wouldn't imagine. I think we just Symphony. I probably should have did the 6 damage to all characters bit. I can take the draw my expensive minion, get a 0 mana Burrow Buster, and trade 1 Burrow Buster. Punch. Oop. And then punch him in the face for 1. So this technically was like -2 because we had that reduction of 6 and then we still had the Oscillator, I think, would have technically counted for that. Alright, we do have technically now almost 2 bounce effects. We have the Tram Conductor. If we think that we need the board, I still just think we're in a stage where we have to beat them effectively before... Well, I was going to sound dumb. I was going to say beat them before they beat us, but beat them before they get their full spell damage combo. Which looks like it could be next turn. I don't really have much I can do to defend against that, to be honest. We didn't get a Moarg again. Much as I would like to use the Projectionist on the actual snake, I almost feel like this is just something we have to do. And then coin this to prevent me from taking 3 damage to face from the Spirit Claws. That might be my only safe bet. Now, with all the nerfs they did, didn't they really get lethal on us? I'd be surprised, to be honest, if they could. That was a snap pick and a half. I mean, yep, a lot of snap picks going on here. Okay, the fact that they still can get through this ended up being a potential lifesaver. Sure. Okay, I'm fine with this. I don't know if they're trying to scare me here. Sure. I mean, technically that means they can hit face for 6. That's true. That do be true. What do we do here then? Is the real question. Do we just Tram Conductor, but that would leave myself at 7. But if we play the snake and we bounce the snake, we can't play it. That's basically all we do, which means we leave 2 of their minions up, which effectively does the same thing. We could Burrow Buster and kill 1. We could also table flip, play the snake, which clears the board and gets our snake out, but then doesn't really set us up for bounce effects if they kill the snake. But I think, honestly, that is the play. Could be wrong here, but if we absolutely have to, we could always dig out another one. And this puts them on a, either they have to kill us or at least kill the snake, which burns more resources on their end. Okay, so they are going to kill the snake. Doesn't heal them as much as they think, because of course their max life is now 23. But honestly, I know that probably seemed a bit strange, and it probably wasn't the best play. I still like it. I'm still kind of glad that's what I did. Punch. Heal myself back up. Play another one, because we can always dig out more. We technically have the long game here, with them hopefully not running, because they use both. Like, they use a lot of their lightning bolts, they use a lot of their gifts, they use the card that, you know, makes it cost cheaper the next turn. It's a lot of their spell damage, their weapon, both turn the tides, that kind of thing. So I'm hoping they're out of gas. Let's see, we have, if this works, wait, this is 7. This would be down to 15. Okay, wouldn't quite work. I am kind of interested to play it just for science, to see if it actually does, like, reduce their max HP. I'm not really sure how that works. I would assume it does, but things don't always work the way you would assume they would work. Sure. Okay. That's just telling me I have to heal more, which this actually does that quite well. So Deep Home Gia, well, so does this. This heals me for 6, plus I could actually, yeah. Let's heal for 6 here. 6 more here. And, why not? Set us up for lethal next turn. Not exactly, again, how we necessarily want to do it, but I think, long story short, that was the right play that we did a few turns ago. Kept us alive. It obviously we're putting pressure on. This is going to keep them alive, though. It's going to wipe our board. Sure. Heal them a little. This is the one that makes it so their nature spells cost 1 less next turn. So I do, unfortunately, have a bit of a concern. I do think the Tram Conductor Jerry here is just the play. This doesn't, there's nothing here that gives taunt, right? So I could just reverb, smack itself. But then, you know. Oh, that is... I am going to do that. Reverb. Smack yourself for 20. Then Tram Conductor Jerry to just fill my board. And just hope that that's enough, I guess, to push them back. If they don't have another 18 damage against us here. Okay. Fizzle, sure. Snake Oil, they're trying to get the fizzle. Or the photo, I guess. There's almost no way with the amount that they have in their hand, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. We definitely out-healed them. Again, I'm going to go back to it. I think that was a good play. Let me know in the comments down below what play you would have done, maybe. I think the deck seems to be working. You know what I mean? It seems to be working better than I thought it was going to. We never did get a test, I guess. So if you know how that works with the Alexstrasza, again, let me know. I'd appreciate it. I'm sure others who want to try this deck out would as well. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.